Oh, all right. It's down there. It just like printed a candle all of a sudden. Like I was looking at it, then I looked away, I looked again, and bam, it was there. We have swept the lows. Thank you. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna start looking for some different places on the chart. It definitely swept the lows. I took one stab at it, lost it, and then I went in again and won. So I lost my first trade and then I won my second trade on there. Man, you talk about woulda, coulda type of wish I would have held it. Look, I lost 200 right here, but then I made 400 on this one because I held it 1-2. But now that was $1,000 candle right there, straight off the lows. So you see, I went in here. I went in here when I seen it rejecting this level here. I thought it was gonna hold, and it got real close to my first TP. I mean, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know how I didn't hit TP. I don't get that part. I don't know why I didn't even hit TP now that I'm looking at it. I mean, it must have missed my TP by a tick, and then it came down and stopped me out. But then it rejected these levels here, so I caught it with the buy stop as it came back up, and I got out right here. So this was about 425. I lost 200, and then I made 425, so I'm up 200 right now, and we're blasting through these next levels. I think I had an area at 790 I was peeking at earlier. Let me see. Yeah, up here. Let's see, maybe around 800. Maybe look for, I don't know. You guys, I would normally try to sell this right here. I would sell around like this wick right here, kind of like this. But I don't like doing it I don't like doing it right at open because sometimes, price just shoots past those areas. I don't know. It's worth taking a look at, but I prefer to take these trades like I like this trade to be part of the liquidity sweep. So in other words, like, maybe price is kind of consolidating here, and then it reaches up, tags it, and comes back down like that. All right. If it approached it in this way, like this is what I want to see. I'm just giving you guys an example of what I want to see. This is what it would look like. Tag into that area, then back down. This is scary to me when I'm sitting here watching it fly like that towards this area, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna sell right there. It doesn't feel right. I'm sure that I'm not the only one, but that is what I'm looking for. Let's check out our volume levels. Where are you guys at? I don't think I've heard anybody say anything this morning. Is my headset even working? Hello? Hello, hello? Oh gosh. I'm like, the team's really locked in. They are super focused. Not talking. Just... Oh my goodness, that's funny. I'm coming. Let's see, can we trade together now? Hello?
Hello.
Oh my goodness. You guys haven't been able to hear me this whole time.
No, we've been saying Ken's having problems with his stream. We can't see it. You're logging in and out.
Yeah, I was just from my angle. I was like, man, I was like, the team's really focused today. Nobody's talking. They're just listening to me. We already won 2 trades. I was like, yeah, man, let's get it. And then I'm like, okay. And then I pointed out all the levels I was waiting for, and then I said, all right, guys, how's your morning going?
You
And
couldn't hear us talking?
no, I
You
couldn't
couldn't hear
hear
us
it.
talking? Oh, wow.
No, I couldn't hear anything. I
We were
looked up.
talking about the new indicator. If you go to a 1 minute, it reached the daily low, painted a green on the zones, a green zone, and then the new indicator did a perfect entry on the reversal.
Oh, really? Let me go look at
But
that.
not on the 30-second, only on the 1 minute.
Let's see. I'm trying to see where I put you at favorites. So on the 1 minute. Oh
Yeah,
man,
go
I see what
One
you
to
minute,
mean.
then it got to sell down too.
I see what
No,
you
yeah,
mean. Yeah.
it sell
So
down.
on the 1 minute, there was a green zone and the reversal signal. It was perfect.
oh man, yeah, killed it. Look at that. So there was a buy right before open. There was a buy at the reversal, and then there's also a sell that just set up as well that won. I don't know
Yeah.
why I've got a giant gap on my M and Q. Did it gap for everyone else, or is that just me?
Nope. That's
Okay,
just you.
You just see.
maybe mine's just messed
No,
up.
I had to refresh it. There you go.
Okay, well, you
You can't like
guys. Oh
we
god.
were saying, and in the also I put in that chat, the new indicator seems to work best around key levels or
Mm-hmm.
daily highs, daily lows.
Yeah. Did I not respond? Let me see.
Yeah, you did. You
Oh,
did.
okay. All
I'm
right.
just saying,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, like on a sideways kind of market, or it's not as good, definitely,
Oh
as
yeah.
the key levels.
Oh yeah. Well, that's that's what I was talking about that yesterday. Look, it's setting up a signal right now as well. About to set up a buy. Like when this candle closes in 15 seconds. If this arrow's still here, you'd basically be ready to buy. But yeah, think about the way that I trade, and when I'm designing something, I'm looking at the chart the way I look at the chart. So I'm looking to try to place these signals in places where I would trade because that's what makes sense. So so it's and that's I've got divergence added into here. So the whole point of this is to try to identify divergent moments and give signals around those times. So yeah, it's definitely gonna work better around like key areas. I've been messing around with it, like using the zones. I might even try to add the zone filter to it, the same filter that makes these volume zones appear or not appear. I might try to add that filter to it and just see what that does. So,
Okay.
yeah, I got some ideas. Yeah, but that was crazy. So you guys couldn't hear me the whole time. I was talking about buying below here. So y'all didn't hear nothing I said the entire time.
Nothing
Huh?
the whole time.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
So
look at this drop.
yeah, it pushed on out of there. All right. Well, I had mentioned that when we open, we'd probably sweep these overnight lows here. Sweep the overnight lows. And I said, this is going to be your first opportunities to look for a buy down here. I took my first buy, and that's I even showed you guys this, but I took my first buy here and I lost it. I seen it rejecting down here at 75, and when it started to reject, I had a buy stop, so I bought as it started to lift up out of here. And I don't know how I didn't hit TP because I was only going for 10 points. So yeah, I don't know why it didn't hit my TP. I have no clue. Makes no sense to me, but it didn't hit my TP, and then it ended up coming down and hit my stop loss. Then when I seen it rejecting here, I waited for a while, and then I entered with a buy stop here at 690 and took it, 1 to 2. So I lost 200, and then I made 400. So I'm up about 220 right now. And then I was looking for, my next sell area was up here, and I was talking about how I'd like to trade up here at 800 if we get back there. It would look like this. And I was mentioning here, let me get rid of all these signals.
We had a 1 minute Titan that just won as well.
I saw that. Yeah, the thing's out of there. So I was saying as price was rushing up towards this, I was saying this is my next sell area that I wanted to sell right at 800 and put the stop like up above the high like this. But that's what I was drawing, is I was saying that I'd rather it kind of consolidate here and then reach out and be able to take the trade, kind of like more of a liquidity grab out of the range instead of just running straight up to it. So I was telling you guys that you could wait for it to come in here and watch for signs of sellers coming in, or you could try to more do like a front run type of trade, but it might just blast right through there. I don't know. But those were my ideas. Now everyone's caught up to speed. Okay.
We're around the session POC low. I mean, value area low, but I think we're heading to that 600 mark.
Yeah, let me go. I'm gonna put the levels. It looks like our next level's down there at 600. Let's see, where are we currently? Yeah, it does look like we're going down to that 600 level. And look how we're just breaking these lows over here too. This is from last week, Monday. So we're breaking those lows. We're breaking these lows from last Friday. That'll break the lows of last Friday, which we're doing as we speak. That'll break last Monday lows. And then I guess this is this Monday, not last week Monday. So this week Monday, last week Friday, and then Thursday. I don't know. I don't know if this is
600 could be a big turnaround area.
I'm gonna start looking at it, that's for sure. I might even just try to take a little stab at it. Just take a trade. Depending on how it reaches 600, if it reaches it and doesn't just smash right through it, I might try to see if we can't snag. I've been having fun. If you see what I've been doing with these like 10-point trades, just getting in, getting out faster. So I might look for 10 points down there.
You got a 1 minute extreme setting up. And there we go.
From 1 minute, from one extreme to another. Boom, 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 boom. Good morning, everybody. Don't forget to say good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ken.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, we all need a signature. Good morning. Like, you know, like we're like just getting onto a radio talk show or something, you know?
Good morning.
I dig it.
Hey, y'all.
I'll take the hey, y'all.
Howdy.
Makes me think of turning on an iPhone for the first time.
Yep.
You know, it says hello in like 20 different languages. All right, let's see what order flow's doing here. There's a big order right there. You see this? You can see there's like only one big area of liquidity right at 630. Nothing else anywhere. I don't know why it's like that, but how big is that? They just totally removed it for a second and then put it back. See, that means somebody's around here doing something.
Hello, battery.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. 175 buy orders sitting right there, you guys. 175 buy limits right
Okay,
at
good
that
morning.
low.
I was just messing around with my sound thing. Thank you.
The 1 minute extreme just won.
Oh, nice.
Well, on a point.
Like on that
A
wick.
0.4 or 0.5 would have won.
Mm-hmm. This one big order is just dwarfing everything around here, so that it's making my DOM kind of look.
And where is that? At what level?
At 630 is a big buy order. It was 175 contracts. I don't know if it's still.
So theoretically, if the price comes back down to 630 and hits that, it should go back up, right?
Well, it lets you know that buyers are there. Yeah. So think of it this way: if there's buyers there, and you know there's buyers there, and so what our job is to see the reaction. What like we would assume that it would absorb sellers, but if sellers are more aggressive, it's going to keep pushing it down. Now they could replenish those orders there, and that's what we want to look for. We want to watch the reaction to that order flow. So this is just, you know, it's just a little heads up. Like at least we get to know that the buyers are here. Like we know something's about to happen when price hits here, and we'll be able to see if these orders get triggered or not. So let's see what happens. Oh, never mind. I was about to say they moved it. I'll zoom in enough where we can see it on the footprint when it happens. They moved it. See, they're taking it off and taking it on. You could see it right here on the liquidity map. You see how they're taking it on, taking it off. So that's what that's called is spoofing, and it's actually illegal. But it's how do you prove that somebody's spoofing? So there's algorithms that chase liquidity. They'll put a big order on the market to make the algorithms pull price down and sell towards that big pocket of liquidity, and then they'll take the liquidity and remove it. So that's called spoofing if you look it up, and it's illegal. But also, again, you can't prove that that's what they were trying to do because they could just. I mean,
You can say I changed my mind.
Exactly. I didn't like how the market looked, so I changed my mind. Right. So they would obviously somebody would have to monitor and somehow know whose order. See, they're doing it again right now. Every time price goes up, they're like, there. It's funny if you actually watch this map right here because you see, look, it got hit this time. It got hit. Let's see. All right, and they got filled. So just know you had 180 buyers willing to buy in right there. Look at all these stacked imbalances. Lots and lots of sellers, but buyers are there, right? Buyers are here and they are absorbing. So we want to see if they absorb, if they actually hold it here or not.
What would be really cool, Ken, is if there was a way for those big institutional spoofs or whatever, if you could click a button and it would say, okay, this is Citibank, this is UBS, this is...
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man, they'd be in trouble then. They would be in trouble then. Okay, yeah, I got to remember, too, we're right by this 630 level, so whatever's happening here, I got to remember that we got that that level down there. There's a lot of buy orders on the book down below. A lot of liquidity down here. All the way down into 600 area. All right, we're going for that daily low. So volatile right now. All my lines have gotten really close together. Why is that in my head?
I'm in a Titan hit on NQ.
Look, ES is hitting that level right now. Oh no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Oh, it already hit it. So it just hit it earlier. I don't remember ever getting the alert, but this was our weekly level that we set up right here. This is that little zone that we had talked about. So, this is good though. This is a good location. Okay. All right, hold on. It's just a minute, Grayson. If you want to. All right. I would normally look at this like a potential flush out right here, but with that 630 level down there, and I know that's a CME level, makes me not want to do it. And we still have not touched overnight highs either. So wouldn't that be crazy if we actually turned at some point today and went all the way back and touched those overnight highs? I guess we didn't do it yesterday either. We got real close, but 2 days in a row that we never touched overnight highs. I guess we're going down. All right. There's a Titan. Whoa. Oh, we're already at a Titan, I see. Matt, there's that 600 level incoming.
Yeah.
It didn't touch it. That's so freaking crazy.
Almost right close to that 600.
Yeah.
603.
I really want to buy right at 600, but
me too.
what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. Not this time.
I sold 620 to 610. It was too easy.
Oh yeah. The only reason I'm not selling it right now is because the only reason I'm not buying it right now is because it's so volatile that that my lines are really close together. So like if I don't know where it's going to turn around. So if I'm going to just jump out in front of it, if I'm going to jump out in front of it, then I have to give it at least 10 points or so. And so instead of going in right at 600, I'd rather go in at like 595 or something. That way I can let it go down to 590 or 585. So, but we'll see. It's starting to get pretty wicky down here. You see that? It's rejecting pretty good. And we're right at 10 o'clock. It's right on time for 10 o'clock. So might want to save your shot until 10 o'clock. Save your shot till 10 o'clock. Oh, we got a full house in here, you guys. Look, 1, 2, 3. I say 20. Feel good about today. This is good also because I was really hoping to see some divergence building before trying to get long here. And I'm just sitting here watching, like, I'm starting to see passive control come in right now where I could see, Delta's more aggressive, but price wasn't pushing down in the last couple candles. So the market is really being controlled by passive orders right now, kind of guided, if you will. And there's it going for 600. If it touches 600 and then it goes, oh, there, that would have been my trade. I would have won it. Whatever. That would have been that one right there, Clyde. How I say
That was a nice one too.
it went directly from 600 right straight back up to 610. But I didn't.
Yeah, but
take
that was
it,
a quick one.
But I would have been sitting there ready with a limit order, but I was too scared.
Yeah.
It was so fast, man.
Yeah.
I didn't got caught on the bad side before trying to not being fast enough.
Yeah, I like to just be waiting on them. Come on, go up there to 605. Why don't you?
The market's moving so fast today on a couple trades I've taken. I have a stop loss and take profit, but if I manually exit at market and cancel, there's like a 1 second delay. So during that 1 second, the price can actually move quite a bit.
Yeah.
We're in a 5-minute Titan too. I think this guy ready to win.
Almost.
Mm-hmm.
It just won the 5-minute Titan.
Oh, that's good.
Whoa.
Whoa. I know. Look at that. Look, it just went out of my screen.
I'm dumped off.
Wow. Look at this. That 10 o'clock did not mess around. Yeah, I said, save your shot till 10 o'clock. It was crazy. I wonder if it's going to give us any opportunity to try to get in, or if it's going to be this wicky like that the whole time. There's a big buy limit down at 540. Wouldn't it be sweet to snag that just for 10 points? But this thing is looking powerful right now.
man. Didn't they have that Trump tariff news today too?
I'd have to go look. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
nice. I got it. I did what I said at 540. That was a little scary.
540 to 550 or what?
Yeah,
I bet.
right here.
So what is the profit on that? 200?
200, yeah. So I'm actually risking way under, I normally risk up to 500. So these are like little fun trades, you know what I mean? It's like fun little bite-sized trades. I'm kind of going like that right now because I didn't share my results yesterday, but you guys obviously saw that I was trading in the afternoon, which I don't normally do, but I just saw some things and I had some time, so I ended up well over my goal by yesterday afternoon. I was up over 1,000. When I left the call, I had some good profits, but yesterday afternoon I ended up doubling my profits. In the yesterday whenever I shared those trades with you guys in mentorship. So
And question,
came in
when you're
strong.
when you're setting up like a 10-point trade, like obviously you can say like now if you wanted to buy at just say 527,
Yeah.
you would set your buy limit, but and say you wanted to buy, do you put the take profit after it's already entered? Because like the price would be hovering around your take profit and then you would be selling, it would sell before you bought, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm using the built-in copier on Addis right now. So because these are not, see, like, look, the thing is with the Addis copier, if you're doing everything in advance, it seems to like, I'm talking about everything is in advance, pending orders. You don't have to change them, you don't have to modify them, you're not dragging them around, you're not doing anything, just simple. See, mine are already set in place. So what I'm doing is I've got here, let me show you.
Yeah, but I don't think
Oh,
you're understanding what I'm saying. If you're setting up a buy limit
uh-huh.
at say 525 and you want to sell at 535, but the price is hovering around the 535. Like if you set them up at both the same time, it might do your sell order before the buy order hits. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
Or
but
does it?
it won't do that because it doesn't place the order until the original parent order is triggered. So you could see where your stop loss and take profit levels are, you know what I mean? But they're not actually on the market until your
Okay, so how do you do that on Tradovate? Like how do you set?
yeah. So, that's funny. That's a kicker. That's you
You
can
can't do
do
it.
you could, but not on group trading. You could, but not on group
Okay,
trading.
okay,
Yep.
that's we were talking about that before, the bracket orders,
Yeah.
like you call them
Yeah,
or whatever.
because
Yeah.
if you were not group trading, you could do it perfectly. It'd be fine. It'd be perfect, but with the group trading, nah, it won't work.
Yeah, see, because I was concerned that it might hit your take
Oh yeah.
profit before your entry, and then the trade would go the opposite way that you
Yeah.
want before you've already, it would be a big mess.
That's exactly what would happen. Yeah. That is exactly what would happen is that right there. And so yeah, and now I will tell you, that's a thing with Titan, because like that's where you normally encounter it is with Titan because see Titan is a pending order type of strategy as well. So you have to have that stop order to trigger your entry, which means that you can place your entry and your stop loss, but you can't place your take profit until that order is triggered, and so yeah, I feel your pain on it. I know what you mean. How can you be a trading platform, offer copy trading, offer multiple accounts, the entire build out, the entire function, the ability? How are you going to allow people to copy trade and then not fully integrate the bracket order feature? Like it actually makes no sense. And why have they not fixed it by now is beyond me. Like we need to write a letter.
Yeah.
And I had sent you, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. So I had sent you a message on Facebook Messenger of a little gadget thing that I found in a video for Tradeovate where like on top of the settings that it's got the ATM that you can actually set in that like automate that when you put in your position, it automatically puts in the stop loss and the take profit. Did you see that?
Where did you send it to me at?
On the Facebook Messenger.
Oh goodness, hold on. Let me go climb through the jungle of spam messages and hold on here.
Next to the, where the buy bid and the sell ask is, there's like
Oh
an
yeah, 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 yeah.
ATM.
Yeah, that
And
only works if you're trading one account. If you're trading one account, go ahead. By all means, use it up. But if you have group trade enabled and you are actively group trading, that function won't work.
got it. Okay.
Just won't
And
copy the
then
trades.
so then on this setup, you can put it on dollars, right? That's where you would put, or would you put it on the value, right? That's the show.
I'm looking at it right now. So it says ATM. So you have your test, your ticks, take profit, stop loss. Those are in ticks, not dollars. So
But you can there's a little box that's where it says ticks. There's a little drop down. It says ticks. It says delta price, and then it says dollar value.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could change it to dollar amount, and then it would do it based on your actual dollar amount. Yeah, I've never used the dollar amount before.
Okay, so for example, like I have my account set up for like 300 profit and 300 loss.
Yeah.
So is that how the setup would go, where it says take profit? Because it only has like 1.5 because my trading view, I have the 0.5. Is that related to this?
So ATM. So why don't you send hold on. So I'll tell you like this. So the way what you're doing, how you're setting it up right there, you're setting it up to where when you press buy or sell, it is going to every trade is automatically going to get, the way you have it set up in that screenshot, you're going to get a take profit of 40 ticks. You're going to get a stop loss of 40 ticks. Now you've set an auto break even on there, which means the profit trigger is 20. So at 20 ticks, it's going to trigger your break even, right? And then it's going to
But you're
place it.
saying ticks, but I have it on the dollar value.
I don't know if there's a better.
We can
or
talk
a
about it
worse.
offline if you want to later. We can talk about it later on offline. I just thought that it might be, like a little safety net, if you will.
Right. Well, yeah.
But we can talk about it.
Well, if you have a specific idea about it, if you want to put it in writing to me, and look, I mean, I'm trying to follow along with you. And make sure I'm answering. If you have I don't know if you have a question or if you're just, presenting this to me or not.
Well, we have a schedule, one-on-one next. We can just touch on it then.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. Do you need anything right now?
No, I finally figured out, the stupid stop loss thing, because for some reason it's just like when things are complicated, I get them, but then when they're really simple, like I don't. Like my brain is kind of weird like that.
Oh, that is
But
so
anyway,
funny.
I finally figured it out.
That is
Thank
so
you, though.
funny. You just said, if it's complicated, my brain's like, fine, I can accept this. But if it's not, if it's simple, it's like, nope, let's
Yeah,
complicate
I
it.
overcomplicate it.
That's
It's a
so
Libra
funny.
thing. We overthink things.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's funny though.
I'm done for the day. I'm finna post my result.
Nice.
How much did you get? What'd you say?
I'm up 500.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's pretty
Like,
good. I
what's
ain't get to trade. I didn't
are
get to
you on
trade
this?
all week.
Are you on this?
Yeah, I got ATM set up. I'm either gonna lose 10, 20 ticks or win 20 ticks. So I'm just going 10 points for 10 points.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's
If I take
basically what I'm doing right now here.
points,
hmm
so you really get more opportunities than that if you just stop at one trade a day.
Yeah.
But that's why you go for high quality setups.
Well, and just remember time over time, you'll be able to scale your size up. You guys see me scale my size up every now and then, but you see I don't do it very often, and it's it's really more of a comfort thing too, because you get used to seeing the same size. Just do it as you feel comfortable. And again, it always goes back to that if you can just have fun while you're doing this, just try to make it an enjoyable process where you have kind of defined, here I am and here is my direction and where I'm going.
And we just had a 1 minute Titan and a 1 minute extreme win. But what was interesting, I was trading 2 micros and I hit the buy. And I don't know if it's because of the amount of volume or whatever. It literally took 2 seconds before it executed, but the price had dropped. And when my trade came live, it was already minus 118.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I held it and it came back and I made like 40 profit. But
Mm-hmm.
I normally don't have that issue, but today a couple times it's been like this time there was a 2 second delay, but I was minus 118 on just 2 micros.
So you tried to buy, and you said that when you bought though, that's when it
When I clicked the button,
uh-huh.
it didn't instantly come
Right,
on
right.
the chart. It was a 2 second delay and then it came on the chart.
And then you were already in the red.
I was already in the, and the thing is, it was kind of tricky because it placed the order at the exact spot where I clicked the button, but it didn't like show up on the screen until the price had gone down. I mean, so I guess theoretically it wouldn't have mattered, but it was just a delay.
Right.
100-point candle, just like that.
Yeah, I've got
I
that
don't
1
know.
minute Titan.
I just went
100-point
Should've
candle,
held
back.
just like that.
I
Matt,
should have held it.
I just looked back at
Man,
this. I looked back at this entire area right here, trying to see if there were any like major like removals in liquidity or gaps. I don't see anything unless it was just strictly the time, execute internet time. You know what I mean? Where it just hung
be.
up in the internet for some reason, because I don't see any gaps in like you'd see it on the transposed liquidity map. You'd see all the liquidity get removed. I don't see anything super clear.
Good morning, Ken. So
Good morning.
I'm out too. Good morning. But I was paper trading and it did the same thing to me. When I was trying, I just, paper trading. But when I tried to get out, it would not let me get out. I got out of Trade View, got back in, and it was still in. And I don't know what was going on. It would not let me get out that account.
Huh.
But it finally did. It kept telling me failure, 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 failure.
Yeah.
Don't understand why. But it's not against my account because I'm finished. So I thank God I got out and got into paper trading.
Yeah. Yeah, that is good. Well, I'm glad it didn't end up getting you, because I imagine you were fast you were fast enough to take care of it, and then it still didn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, because it was over $1,000. It kept going, and I'm started just beating on it, and it wouldn't even end.
Yeah.
We're in a red zone and a 1 minute signal from that speed and diversion.
Oh, are we? Yes, I was thinking about selling. I just trying to find the right price.
Yeah.
See, that wasn't cool. I wanted to. Man, I don't know what just happened. I tried to sell at 70, and my thing
That was nice.
it didn't
That was
work.
Everybody's
red.
Yeah, we're all
everybody's
having
having fun.
issues. Weird. Something's going on. Yeah, I don't know. It just it straight up just didn't accept my order, basically. Nothing happened. Well, it's all right. But it would have been like a kind of one of those instant wins where you enter and then it instantly goes right to the TP. Because I was trying to go in at 70. Hold on, let me go back and look at it. I was trying to go in at 70 and then take it down to 60. There's a Titan trying to set up too. I've got to take my car to the dealership, so I'm gonna wait for a little bit longer, and then I've got to take off and go drop my car off and stuff. So I got to cut it a little earlier today.
I think eventually we're going to end up back at that 750. The session point of control.
Let's see. What tell me the price again?
750, I think we're going to end up. That's the session point of control that I have marked up. And that's a volume level too.
750, yeah. Could be.
And that was kind of the start of the
I
market.
see it. Well, and then we also got like the kind of the midpoint, like the middle part of the day up at 730, 728, basically.
That's weird though, how 3 people, maybe more, are having problems with trading. Like seriously, that's weird. And on a paper trade account, it should be instant.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've heard of people having trouble with the paper trade accounts. That's not abnormal.
I mean, sometimes it's so bad you literally got to close your browser and log back in and hope to God the price isn't tanking the opposite way of your trade.
Right.
But I guess that's always why you got to have a stop loss in place, right?
Yeah, be ready basically.
Or have that daily limit set in there, right?
Mhm.
In case all hell breaks loose, you're going to hit that daily limit, auto liquidate.
All right, what are you gonna do here? Yeah, I wonder how many people are actually using that thing, because we talked about it quite often because
I do. That's my safety net.
yeah, that's good.
Otherwise, I just step away when it hits.
Yeah.
And what do you think of this idea? I have 3 PA accounts, and I had 2 losing days in a row. I didn't blow the accounts. But what I decided to do, instead of group trade them, I'm only trading 1 account each day to try to, get them back up to profitability.
Right. So just kind of so you're trading one at a time right now.
Instead of all 3. I was trading all 3 all the time. And then I had 2 losing days and it kind of went negative.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what, because if I have another losing day, then, they're getting close to being wiped out. I don't know.
What I would do is I would, just sit down with it and really, it's the same thing I always tell everyone is that, once you've got that one thing that you're going to do, and that is what you're going to do, your size, exactly how much you're going to do, what you are going to do, what you're not going to do, all that kind of stuff. And you start going in, and once you, and me and you, like, what I think would really be good for us is for me and you to get on a one-on-one, and I can sit down and I can break down some data and we can just look at it. Like, we need to look at your data together and whatever you have right now, and just see we need to see what is working for you and what's not working for you. And I don't know that. I know we trade together every day, but I'm not looking at your report. So until I see that, I know, I could tell by your results you have some strengths. So we need to leverage those for sure. But if you're not getting payouts, there's something that is going to show itself, right? We're going to find what's going on, where the extra losses that's stopping you from being where you need to be. And we just need to button that up. And then you need to just commit to moving forward on that new plan, And so at that point, that's the point to start deciding, should I do one account too? Right now, you should be trading one account. Honestly, you should just be trading.
Well, I got them because they were so cheap, right?
Yeah, I mean, let me correct one thing I said. you should be trading one account per strategy right now. I totally get trying to make progress faster, and we have multiple strategies, right? Like there's order flow, there's this indicator, that indicator. So I can totally understand developing 3 edges at one time. If you have the capacity for it, fine. But where I see people messing up is they mix the 2 or 3 strategies together. They're trading them all separately, but the results are all together. So that's impossible to look at that data unless they're tracking it. Unless they're tracking it individually, which that's a lot of work. This is a Titan. This is that. This is this. This is that. And doing it perfectly. Okay, so yeah, if you had 3 accounts specifically because you were trading 3 different strategies and you were monitoring results on your confidence building stage on 3 separate accounts, that's fine. But that's my take on it. Is I want to just see you. I just want to see you profitable on one account right now. As soon as I can get you profitable on one account and you're confident, I know, and I know, we all know that once you believe in a plan enough, where and you're only going to believe it when you see it. So once you see that you can execute a specific strategy each day, and that allows you to extract money from the market, it kind of feels like you found a faulty ATM. You know what I mean? And you can't take all the money, but you could take some money out each day, and you just show up and just trade that same strategy. You're going to stick to it once you have that confidence. And the only way you're going to get the confidence is when you see it, and so all I'm trying to do is guide you there and be there for you and just tell you, hey, like kind of I'm like the guardrails, I'm trying to act as guardrails, like you're making progress, but stay on track. Wait, stay on track, stay on track, stay on track. And
Now,
at some point, go ahead.
if you're trading 2 different strategies, and let's say you do have 2 different accounts, you're saying it's best, obviously, then to trade one strategy per account, because otherwise it's almost impossible, like you said, to track the data.
Yeah, imagine when me and you meet up and I try to look at your trading. My plan is to pull your trade ovate. What would be the best way to manipulate the data? Have you seen what I do with that?
Yeah, I saw. It's great. Yeah.
Right. So I can't do, if you've traded 3 different strategies, then
can't do it.
What that means is that we're going to look at your data and we're going to manipulate it. And I'm going to say, good news is, if you would have done exactly what you did, you already did this. If you would have done exactly that, but you would have structured it this way instead of what you did, this would have been the results. And you say, hey, that's exciting. I'm going to go do exactly what I just now did. Well, how are you going to do that? You know what I mean? That's going to be hard if you got 3 different strategies. You want to be able to duplicate the success. That's where the confidence comes in.
Can you be logged into Tradeovate on, say, 2 different tabs on your browser, and then each one would be a different account? That way you could just like tab over, oh, I'm trading only Titans on this account.
Let me tell you something. I'll tell you something that you can do, but this is more of an advanced setup. So, all right, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I have Google Chrome. Okay, so Google Chrome is right here. You see this little tab at the bottom of my screen? You can have multiple Google Chrome browsers. So I have Google Chrome 1, and now I have Google Chrome 2. I'm logged into different Facebooks on these. They're 2 completely, totally different browsers.
Okay.
So it's like you could do that, but what you need to do is figure out how to create another instance. Let me see how I did it. I think it's right here like this. Look, see if I'm this is just a Google Chrome window right here. Let me make sure none of my personal information shows up if I push this.
You could snap them in half on the screen, right? Have 2 browsers open on one screen.
I found it. It's right here. Yeah, but they have to be 2 totally different browsers.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, 2 totally different ones. You just resize them both to fit into one screen.
Yep. That'd be cool. Yeah, you could do that. So look, this is how you do it. Go to your Google browser, go up here, go to these dots, and then right here you have these profiles, other Chrome profiles. These make these like totally different profiles, you know what I mean? So yeah, you can do it like that.
And maybe I'll have to set that up, and then, you know, other people can do that too. If you're trading more than one strategy, just
Right.
trade one strategy per account.
Yep.
Yeah, because to be honest, if I gave you my data now, it's not that I don't want to. It's just that it wouldn't make any sense to you because I'm trading more than one thing.
Right, and that should say something to you as well, though. If it doesn't make sense, you know, to me, and if it's not, if it doesn't make sense to me, it's not going to make sense to you either. You know what I mean? It's not actionable. Let's put it that way. It's really,
Yeah, yeah.
truly, it's actually not actionable, which means that most likely it's not going to hold up over time. You know what I mean? Like you've got to have a plan. You know, no business will succeed without having some sort of foundation or structure to it. You know, in trading, we you know, and I know I don't have to explain this stuff. You know, this is for whoever else needs to hear it. But you know, trading needs structure. It's a one thing that out of a lot of jobs that absolutely need structure. So, man, we might. Wouldn't it be
Like come back
crazy if
down,
we
just ticked
actually,
under.
like, are we actually going to go take those overnight highs today? I was thinking, you know, when we were down here, I was like, there's no freaking way. Cause I was like, okay, we got the lows. Now let's go for the highs. Cause that was going to give me my next really high probability, high conviction trade. And I was like, this is never going to go all the way back up there. But now that I'm looking at it, I mean, just in that one move back, we made it halfway. So one more nice impulse push and a little slow grind, that would put it right back up by PM by afternoon.
Yeah, maybe might get a double bottom or a higher low here and push back up.
Yeah. This is crazy. Looking at the open here on NASDAQ was pretty crazy to see, kind of see like synchronized selling all across NASDAQ, ES, all of the micros, pretty much at the same time, about 10 minutes after open, big sell orders came in. Big sell orders came in on every single one, like all of them, like you know, NASDAQ. It was synchronized, you know, so it was like a synchronized effort, and all of them dropped at the same time.
That low is our low though for our weekly level though. We hit both of those.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got those alerts. That's what
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Whenever it gets down in these areas there, that's the time to start watching them and looking. A lot of times when you're hitting these 4-hour things, you know, you guys know I'm already looking for prices to break up above these real clear peak areas like that, like just a fake break. Lots of opportunities come from just that simple trade. These are 4-hour levels, so that's why we update these every single week, and then boom, you'll get your alerts. This is a perfect example. When I'm sitting there saying I would really recommend opening your charts and copying what I'm doing so you can set up your own alerts, that right there is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, by the way, we've got our initial balance in, so we've got those levels. I also say to watch every single day. I'll be like, watch these levels because price is only going to do two things. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Cedric, what are you doing?
Cedric, hot mic.
I disconnected Cedric. Gave him the old disc. Gave him the old boot. he's always. He's always.
Y'all booing somebody else.
Yeah.
Now he got booed.
I know.
Hot mic said.
But let's all make fun of him when he comes back.
What happened to you, man?
Yeah, you really you slipping, man.
Oh, the 1 minute extreme.
Something, man, I wanted to buy that so bad, man. I seen that retest off that zone.
Ooh-wee.
Man, they retested off good too.
I don't know where my initial balance went. I hate having to set things up again. Oh, wow.
My bad. My bad.
Hot mic.
That's okay. We'll forgive you. I guess.
I mean, at least just this once, right?
We were laughing. We were
Oh,
like,
good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody.
good morning.
Good morning, Sid.
Good morning.
Let's see, 9:30. And it would be nice if we all just had the same time everywhere. Would be nice.
Anything exciting so far this morning?
Yeah, it's been a pretty good morning, man. It has been a pretty good morning.
Yeah.
We've had some
I
pretty
saw
good
that open
trades.
jumped up a little bit. That shit's been falling ever since, huh?
Yep. There we go. All right, so these levels right here, those are the levels I was talking about. So if you guys want to look at the last 1 hour, 9:30, 9:30. I'm telling you, you'll regret it if you don't do this. 9:30 till now, Eastern Standard Time, and just mark the high and the low. Obviously, the high is we may be talking about that later, but price always interacts with this area. So if there's a place that you could choose to trade right now with more conviction, it's going to be when price hits this. Obviously, look, it's going to either do this, right? It's going to react. It's either going to break, it's going to retest, and it's going to continue. And then that normally indicates more of a trending day. If it breaks and it retests and it continues and it fails to come back into this area, then most likely you may see price extend further. But if it fails, right, maybe fake break, right, maybe it retests, something like this, right, and it comes back, then it's a real good chance that it's at least going to come back here to the halfway spot. And ultimately, price is obviously going up at that point. We may end up all the way at the highs. So that's the 1 hour high. That's a pretty big range right there. So just pay attention right here. If it's as simple as this right here. Come right here, right click your chart and press add alert and press enter. And now you're going to get an alert 10 points prior to price reaching that level, and you could be prepared. You're really only looking for two things. And for those of you that have been trained in the order flow course, you'd be looking for aggressive selling. You'd be looking for divergence building, right? So maybe price making a lower low, but delta making a higher low. I don't think that there was just a lack of buyers. If you just think about this logically, it's unlikely that price lifted from 530 to 660 and then just ran out of willing buyers. I'm sure that these buyers would be thrilled to maybe even buy more and continue watching this move up. What I think, if price is allowed, just think of it that way, if price is allowed to move above it and it starts to acceptance above a price zone looks like time spent. All right, meaning like it was allowed to spend more time in this area. So the more time it spends here, and obviously the more it continues to move up and not rotate sideways, that's going to be acceptance. It might have an opportunity to trade from here to here. And that's what I was trying to point out. So you might have some opportunity to trade between here and here, but you might also get caught up in some trading that could happen right there. So just know that's why I prefer to trade these areas. These areas, price spent very small amounts of time here before. So typically price spends less time there. That means you're in and out of a trade. Price spent a lot of time here, right? So if we enter a trade in an area like this, based on the past, price spent a lot of time here, we may end up doing the same thing all over again. And so unless you like to just sit there and watch your trades go in and out of red and green, you know, so that's what you might end up with here. Here, you're going to end up with quick trades. So those are those areas. And then obviously, if we do end up at these highs up here, I'm going to go and set an alarm for mine. Why can't I figure this out? Okay, add an alert. I'm setting an alarm for mine. I don't care what I'm doing or where I'm at. If I get an alert for this, I'd like to look at this because there's a very good chance that when price comes up here and hits these overnight highs, it's going to present an opportunity. This, if there's ever a place where I could hop in and grab some profit, it's going to be right here. I do it all the time. All the time. These are areas where, depending on the strategy that you're using, you're going to use this as context, right? So if you see price come approaching these areas, you may be looking to buy in that general direction.